Welcome, everybody, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Mike Sheffer, the Director of Education for the FoolProof Foundation. We want to thank FCCLA for inviting us to do the virtual teacher presentation today. I was with your organization in 2019 at your annual conference in Riverside, California, and looking forward to coming back to California soon to work with your teachers in family consumer science. So this presentation is going to be a quick little overview of the FoolProof Financial Literacy Curriculum, what makes us so unique, and then we'll take you live to the FoolProof California website, where you can request a username and password to become a FoolProof teacher. So FoolProof can be accessed 100% free. We're a free independent resource. Right at foolproofme.org, California. And this, of course, presentation will probably stay live through your organization, so you'll have all the information there. And at the end of the presentation, I'll have a slide with my contact information. FoolProof's unique in how we do things. Number one, it's no cost to schools. Okay, we do a web-driven consumer life instruction. We're true consumer advocates. We're not marketers. FoolProof doesn't give advice based on selling anything. We're going to teach critical thinking skills, be a healthy skeptic, and rely on research in all our financial literacy modules. So our mantra to your students is going to be use caution, question sellers, rely on research. Again, we're the only financial literacy curriculum based on consumerism and consumer skills, with the idea of teaching your students critical thinking skills in the decisions they make. And these critical thinking skills will go more over than just financial literacy. It's other skills, decisions that they'll make in their life as well. We're the only financial literacy program endorsed by the 4 major consumer groups, and we are a national and state partner with Jumpstart. We were the keynote speaker at Jumpstart, the last conference before COVID. We brought in 3 of our FoolProof teachers from across the country. We did a teacher panel on how these teachers implemented FoolProof into their curriculums, middle school, high school, and of course we have a diverse learners program for FoolProof as well. Okay, and it was really a great presentation because teachers left with the idea of other teachers showing how they do it. I'm the Director of Education for FoolProof, but I'm also I'm the #1 teacher of FoolProof, and we kid about that all the time. I was the first teacher ever to be involved in FoolProof. I was one of the founders, and as well as, I taught in New York State for 32 years. So the idea of how to implement things into personal finance, economics, family consumer science, civics, FoolProof has a tremendous amount of experience at that. So everything's going to be web-driven, interactive. Everything's peer-to-peer. We talk to your students, not at your students. And of course, we have rigor and relevance, which is tough as nails because of the standards in the state of California. FoolProof aligns 100% to the standards in the state. So when we say peer-to-peer teaching, we have videos embedded in the FoolProof modules of young people talking to your students. A middle school student or a high school student will talk to your students if they're in a middle school program or the high school program. The average attention span of a middle school or high school student on a video is right around 35 to 40 seconds. So our videos are no longer than 45 seconds, and they enhance the curriculum that's in there. So we can be done turnkey. We can be done as a curriculum. We can be used in middle schools, community groups, technical schools, youth groups. FoolProof has tremendous amount of usage all over the board, from high schools, community groups, to summer programs. We have a middle school program, a high school program, a college version, and some adult literacy as well. So I'll show you that live here in a minute. So let's talk about FoolProof for high schools to start with. There's 18 modules in FoolProof for high schools. The modules will last anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. Okay. There's 20 assignments and 15 group activities as well. So FoolProof can be used so many different ways. Some teachers use it as a supplement to their lessons. Some people plug and play it and use it turnkey. Some people use this as an interactive textbook. And of course, if you use all the modules, the teaching guides that are available, the assignments and the activities, there's a lot of teachers that are using FoolProof for a 20-week curriculum. And again, being 100% free, you don't have any textbook charge, you don't have any service charges, you know, if you use another program that charges you per fee as you go through it. So everything's online. It's about young people. Every story is true. It's interactive, fun, video, music, games, facts. You have to remember your audience. So we build in game breaks in it. So, you know, when we're doing a tough topic like APR, or we'll introduce them to some type of new music in the video, just to let them know that we're kind of in this together with them. So the core modules, there are 8 of them, and you can see all the names to them here, and I'm going to show them to you live. And then we have our supplemental modules. Now, to meet the requirement in the state of California to align 100% to the standards, you have to do 16 of the 18 of the modules. The only 2 that don't have alignment, okay, are the gambling module, which is, again, you know, there's a huge issue with sports gambling with high school students and different types of gambling, especially when, you know, you got an 18-year-old, or if you don't think your students are good at math, when they go on that gambling site and they say, when were you born? And they put in a birth date to make them look like they're 18. That's all the proof they need. So that becomes a problem. And of course, this giving versus getting is another module about giving back to your communities. I highly recommend you do those, but they're not into the standard based. Now, our middle school curriculum only has 9 modules. They're 20 to 30 minutes each, covering over 20 topics. But the middle school, it's a great lead-in. So if I'm a 7th and 8th grade teacher and I'm going to do personal finance, so one thing that I want to do is I want to do all 9 middle school modules. And the reason being is it really kind of goes into the process of who these kids are in this economic society. What advertising is trying to do to them. Who can you trust? Internet decisions, opportunity cost, what debt is, all these different things, staying out of trouble online. And it leads right into the financial literacy piece. So a lot of schools are using the 7th and 8th grade, they're using the middle school curriculum, and they're picking and choosing some of the curriculum out of the high school. Now remember, once you're a foolproof teacher, you could have everything that we do. Middle school, high school assignments, activities, the new game, the neighbor mood, what we'll talk about. But all this is available for you, and it's all online, and it's all 100% free. This is a video from a middle school, the start to the middle school. I'm not going to play it right now just because these presentations are only 8 to 15 minutes long, but it's embedded in the in the PowerPoint that's of course online, so you can go ahead and play it yourself. So these are the things that we do from the back end to make the teacher, we call this teacher-friendly stuff. We're going to grade all your tests. So middle school has post-module tests. High school has pre- and post-tests. You can actually track the student's progress at any time. I'm going to show you that live. You can lock the modules and testing and release them. There's a whole guide to remote learning and hybrid learning on Foolproof because, of course, that's where we are right now. The tests are randomized, so I'm going to show you that it's really important to give the kids multiple opportunities to be successful on the test, and they're not going to get the same questions. And then, of course, everything that is listed here about exportable, reset the test function, how do they, reset a password. So in the 2017-18 school year, and actually it's been updated to 2019-2020, these are the numbers that we're really impressed with. 70% of students that work through a foolproof module said that they'd work through another one in their own time. And that's amazing to me as an educator that, they always look at what do I have to do? What's the requirement? But in their own time is very, very important. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. We have, we're on LinkedIn, all those things. We post everything as we go. Once you become a foolproof teacher, we send you an email about twice a month with all the new updates in foolproof. And we go from there. But I'm going real fast now because I want to get live. And here's my contact information. I'm the Director of Education, Mike Sheffer. It's mike@foolproofhq.com. That's my cell phone number. If you have any questions when you're implementing curriculum or anything on the program, just reach out to me and I'll get right back to you inside of 24 hours. We've done a lot of work with FCCLA in the past. Again, like I said, we were a conference speaker in 2019. We exhibited. I did a couple youth presentations as well. We stayed at the Great Mission Inn, which was a fantastic trip and my wife came out with me. So we're looking forward to going to California again to meet with you in person. I want to just take you to Foolproof California Live. I'm going to just go into a new share. I'm going to bring this up. So this is Foolproof California. So it's just foolproofme.org/California. This is a site just for the state of California. This is where your students and you will log in. The one thing that I want to let you know, though, is there's a tremendous amount of information on this site. So if you go to the information site and you go to home, take a look at all this information that's available for you as an adult, or maybe you have older students, or your students, or if you're a middle school teacher and a high school teacher and your students are a little bit older. These are great resources for you to use. Everybody kind of runs to the curriculum part, but you have to look at all the information that we have here. We did a presentation yesterday for Chicago Public Schools, and I had a principal on there from Arrow Academy, and she said it right. Foolproof kind of fills the suitcase of everything that you need for financial literacy when it comes to articles, videos, all the things that we do. And she said the reason her school, and it's a huge school in Chicago, uses Foolproof is that one-stop shop. Everything is there. Now, remember, we're not bound by anyone's money. We're going to tell the truth. We're the independent resource of information. We're not going to tell your students or you what to do. We're just going to give you all the information about making the right decision. Okay, so once you go in here, you just go to login. You click on login right here, and you go to teacher login. And if you're not a Foolproof teacher, you just click on request access here. There's a short form to you to fill out. You hit submit. Inside of 24 hours, we're going to vet you to make sure you are who you are. A student's not trying to get into the back end of Foolproof. And then we're going to send you a username and password. Once you get your username and password, you just type it into the box right here. I'm going to take you out of my account. You go ahead and you sign in, and you're to the back page of Foolproof. So again, we're going to formulate things to the back page of this, all our updates, all our things that we want you to be able to see that we're coming out. So for instance, here's our new game. It's called the Neighbor Mood. The Neighbor Mood is a virtual to reality game on kids making good, critical thinking decisions using healthy skepticism in a real life game. It's really cool. Kids can download it at the App Store, the Google Play Store. It's available on their phones and tablets. It's not available on computers at this point. We want kids to play the game. Now, you can supplement it into your curriculum, or you could just tell them about it and have them play. It's totally up to you how you want to use it. But we have teaching guides on there for you. And of course, we have the first 2 seasons out with 3 and 4 coming soon. It's ad-free and it's 100% free. And this whole virtual to reality thing is hooking these kids. And it's really a great thing for them to go about and make financial decisions using Foolproof's mantra of critical thinking skills, healthy skepticism, rely on research. So here's the entire curriculum. If you just go to components, you can take a look at what's in the middle school curriculum. Everything is there for you. Okay, we never put anything in your classroom you don't vet. Go ahead and view the module, see the core message, look at the tests. Okay, you also have the high school curriculum. It's all right there for you as well. Everything that we do, you want to look at the assignments and the activities. So you really can't break Foolproof. Once you become a teacher, you need to kind of get in the back end and take a look. The one thing a lot of teachers are doing is they're customizing the curriculum. And I don't have a ton of time to show you. We usually do 3-hour PDs on that. But I'm going to show you real quick that we have guides for that, how you customize your curriculum, how you create a class. And again, we have a video here that shows exactly how to do. Watch the overview video. We have quick start guides on how to customize your curriculum and create a class. And then, of course, we have quick start guides for your teachers or for your students. And then we have this thing called frequently asked questions. You go ahead and any question you have there, usually it's answered. If not, you just reach out to me, Mike@foolproofhq.com, and I'm going to answer your question inside of 24 hours. Let me take you to the back end so you can see Foolproof. And I've got a demo class set up. So this is a demo class I set up, and this is how your class is going to be viewed. This little icon right here, if you have a student who, since you're probably remote or hybrid, they contact you and I said, I'm having a problem in module 8. I can't get it to move to the next thing. I can't get the answer right. All you have to do is go to your student's name and click on this icon, it takes you exactly where your student is at that time. You don't have to search for it. You can see where their problem is, and then you can actually, help your student as you go. The track the progress is really cool. You can see now the green box means they've completed the module and they successfully passed the test. If it's in a percentage, that means that that's the percentage that they've completed. This student only has 1% left. Of course, it goes all the way through the modules 1 through 99. And then if you look at this student right here in this box, the red shows that they've successfully completed the module, and the green, the red means that they haven't successfully passed the test yet. Okay. And then of course the grades, this is really the cool part of Foolproof. You could see, take a look at this. Martina's 40% is her pre-test score. Her post-test score, she got 13 out of 16 right. She got 81%. Her standard learning objective increase in knowledge is 41%. Now, I'm telling you to be a healthy skeptic, critical thinking, and you're looking at this. These numbers are made up. This is a demo class. I can tell you, though, in the 2019-2020 school year, every student that completed any test, pre and post, we have the data on their standard learning objective increase in knowledge was 34.7% from when they started the module, the pre-test, and finished with the post-test was 34.7%. So we're actually teaching some things in there. We're really pleased with that. So there's a lot of things that I just kind of ran through quick. We have a special education version of Foolproof. It's all online for you. Just play with it. You'll be able to see it. We have a Spanish version of Foolproof. The student actually changes it once a student registers for the class, they click on account, they can change the language. Okay. You can slow the videos down. There's closed caption, all these things. It's all in the frequently asked questions. So I'm going fast because, maximum time we have of this is in 20 minutes. And I'm getting to that point now. But all you have to do is just go to foolproofme.org/California, go to login, okay? Request your username and password. Inside of 24 hours, you'll get it. You go back to foolproofme.org/California, go to login, type in your username or password, and you get the back end of Foolproof. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at mike@foolproofhq.com. And again, on that one slide, my cell phone number, 607-346-0520. We're looking forward to working with, FCCLA in the future. I want to thank them for the opportunity to be able to do this quick teacher presentation. We're looking forward to being in California in the future. We have some great programs with the University of California, San Diego, University of California, Santa Cruz, Los Angeles County Schools, and LMU. So there's a lot of press out there about Foolproof in California. We're looking forward to coming back in person and, hope to be at your conference next year in April. Everybody be safe, be healthy. Thanks for being here in Foolproof, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks for everything.